Spring on the homestead is a quiet kind of joy, one that doesn't announce itself loudly, but arrives in gentle whispers. The drip of melting snow, the first green peeking through the soil, the sound of birds returning home. After a long winter of waiting and rest, the earth slowly begins to stir again, and with it, so do we. There's something sacred about those first warm mornings, stepping out with a mug of tea, the air still cool and damp, and seeing that your garlic is up. The daffodils are almost ready to open. The chickens are laying again. Life is quietly unfolding as it always does, right on time. For those of us raising children on a homestead, spring is more than just a change in weather. It's the return of hands-on learning, and that kind of learning is something no workbook can quite replicate. In our homeschool, spring is science and math, but also patience and wonder. We learn how soil temperatures affect germination, how many inches a seedling grows in a week, how to build a trellis, and why bees matter. But we also learn that growth takes time, that failure is part of the process, and that the smallest efforts, like planting a single seed, can bring great reward. There's joy in watching children discover that eggs can come in shades of blue and brown, or that a worm in the soil is a good sign, not a bad one. They feel connected to their food, to the seasons, and to the hard and beautiful work it takes to care for living things. Spring is when everything starts again. We clean out the coops and the garden beds. We build new things and fix the old. There's a rhythm to it. Mornings spent feeding animals, afternoons in the dirt, evenings gathering around the table, smelling faintly of sun and soil. It's not always picturesque. Some days are muddy and messy. Some projects don't go as planned. But even that is part of the lesson. On the homestead, our children learn resilience, responsibility, and the deep satisfaction of working with their hands. Spring teaches us to notice, to slow down, to celebrate small things. A sprout, a blossom, the first salad of the season made from greens we grew ourselves. There's no rush here, just the steady, generous unfolding of life. And being able to share that with our children day by day is one of the quietest and richest gifts of this life. On a homestead in spring, the world becomes a classroom, and every lesson is rooted in wonder, in work, and in the wild, sweet joy of watching things grow. Happy spring from our homestead to yours.